praise in this house tonight. If you really love the Lord, Jacksonville, if you know that there's no other name like Jesus, if you know that he is the only name that matters, if you know that his name is holy, his name is high, his name is lifted up, then come on, we can say it. And we love you, praise you, we magnify your name. Say we love you, we praise you, we magnify your name. Say we love you, we praise you, we magnify. Why? Because you're holy, 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 you're holy. Yes, you are. Here it is. And you're awesome, 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 awesome. Say you're awesome. Yes, you are. Awesome, you're awesome, you're awesome. Come on, choir. We love you, we praise you, God, we magnify. I say we love you, praise you, we magnify. I say we love you, we praise you, we magnify. And you say yeah, yes sir, yeah, yeah, you're holy, yeah, yes sir,
Well, this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and we will be glad in it. We are glad that you have joined us tonight. We look kind of good sitting up here like this.
I
huh?
think so too, Bishop.
Yeah, it looks
this
good.
is TBC News Vision Night.
TBC's New Vision Night. Listen, we are so excited, and I need you. Y'all are coming on in great fashion. I see it at least on Facebook, to everyone on YouTube, to the website. We welcome you. We need you to do what you do every Sunday and Wednesday. Tag somebody, text somebody, tell somebody, because tonight you are going to hear the story of 2021 and all that the Lord allowed us to do, and some of the things that the Lord has put on our heart to do for this year. And we are just excited. We need you to ride with us until the wheels fall off, until we are done for the night. It's not going to be long, don't worry, because this isn't a financial night, a budget night, none of that. This is strictly about vision and ministry on tonight. And Pastor, God has blessed us in so many amazing ways. You know, during this pandemic, it's been a treat and a thrill to watch how the Lord has allowed us to do great things. You know?
I think it's awesome that we have been flexible enough to show
That's
our
a good word.
diversity in this pandemic. God does all things well, and so when we follow his leading, he gives us what we need to make it. And so as the church, the greatest entity that there is, we're going to make it. And so we just need you all, like Bishop said, Bethel Lights for Life. We need y'all to follow us until the wheels fall off.
Until the wheels fall
because
off.
this has been a great ride. It's taught us so much.
Yes.
It's shown us so much.
Yes.
But we're doing so much still, impacting our community and our city.
So a couple of quick what's that thing? Housekeeping. I couldn't think of it. The viewing for our cousin and sister and niece, Kim is going to be here at the church on Friday from 5 to 7 if you want to view. It will be a walk through. We're still practicing protocols, and so we're going to ask that you don't try to come and converse and hug and shake hands with us. We know that will be your inclination to do because of your love for us, but we're going to ask you to please not do that because of, protocols. And then, of course, the funeral is Saturday at 11. We are letting 500 persons in, so we would love for you to be here, masks, socially distanced, and the like. And, of course, it will stream as well. And so the choir will be here in full force. And then those of you who want to come, 11 o'clock, pray for us as a family as we say goodbye to our beloved. And then on Sunday, don't forget, 10 a.m., we're still in the I Dare You series. I'm preaching a sermon Sunday called I'm Dealing with a Lot. I gave the staff,
listen, oh my goodness.
I gave the staff a preview of it on Tuesday in staff meeting. And so listen, as we get ready to get into the night, I want to thank our daughter Jocelyn and her team, and then Jerome and his team, because the bulk of what you're going to see tonight has been put together by Jocelyn and her team, and then some by Jerome and his team. And so I want us at the top to really shout them out and appreciate. Man, y'all are coming on. Text some folk you know that are part of Bethel. Tell them they need to be on tonight to hear this vision night. Vision is so important. And as you think about vision, you have to really wonder why we do these things and why vision is important. And I want to share some things with you tonight that blew my mind. People are quitting the church at an alarming rate. You would be surprised. And I'm not saying that simply experientially as a faith leader. There are statistics that back me up and corroborate my claim. People are engaging really in a mass exodus from the church. And I want you to hear some statistics that are startling and that will make sense a lot of what we do tonight. In the most recent Gallup polls, I want y'all to hear this, and Pastor, this blew my mind. In 1999, 70% of Americans claimed membership to some church. Now, in 2022, less than 50% of Americans claim membership in a church. 36 to 39% out of that 50% report that they have weekly attendance to church. Hear that. Hear that. Out of the 50% that claim they have membership in some church, the average attendee attends 1 to 2 times a month. Hear this last one. 50 to 54% claim, listen to this, of Americans claim to have attended a few times a year in the last 5 years. Now, what's deep about that, you all, is that these are statistics pre-pandemic. So if these are statistics pre-pandemic about people attending once a month and the 36% attending weekly, imagine what that's like when you're simply viewing it online. The numbers go down. Even generationally, listen to this. In Generation X, 62% are part of a church. In millennials, 42% claim to be part of a church. In Generation Z, only 27% say they are a part of a church. In the African American community of Generation Z, only 29% say they go to church. Did you hear that? Churches are decreasing and churches are closing. And because of that, vision has to be put forth, and vision has to be caught, grasped, and committed to. What those statistics say to us, Bethel, and I need you to hear me, is that we cannot be the church we used to be. We cannot even be the church you came up in. We cannot even be the church that we were when I came up. We can't even be the church we were when I started pastoring. Because if we do that, we will only be a church built by us, for us, about us. But if we want to practice the mandate of the Bible and the mandate of the Master and save souls in the highways and byways, if we really want to be concerned about the next generations, then we have to do ministry that meets them where they are. It cannot be, Bishop, when are we going to go back to doing? Bishop, when are we going to go back to doing this? Because, this is a quote from my sermon, I think on this Sunday, momentum is never gotten backwards. And so tonight, we're going to talk about some things in last year, but we're going to talk about this year. And remember, vision is about future generations. Future generations. I want to shout out a couple of things before I turn it over to Pastor Kim. And that is, I want to shout out, we've got new staff. Many of you, most of you probably already know most of them. Elder Barry Young is our new children's pastor, Oasis. Kendall Oliver is our new men's pastor, the Fight Club. And just more recently, Cedric Meekins is our new pastor of worship and creative arts. I gotta shout out Pastor Zella, who retired this past year, who has just been the greatest blessing to this church, to me, to our family. We love her dearly. She retired. And April Green, I pulled the friendship card on April. And she'll tell it too, so I'm not saying anything that she won't say. I pulled the friendship card. April has stepped in this interim period to help us do some things. And so I want to shout out April as well and thank my friend for coming back and helping us. We have a new vision statement, and this vision statement, Pastor, speaks to who we need to be as we move forward as a church, as we move forward to do the work of the kingdom as it relates to future generations. And I want you to see this new statement. It's going to be on your screen, this new vision statement. And I want you to get this statement and get it good. Here is what this statement says. This statement says that we are a body, and this is the Bethel vision statement. We are a body of faith believers committed to the cause of Christ, engaging in the transformation of lives, community, and culture through worship, witness, and word, resulting in discipleship that is personal, powerful, purposeful, and portable. Keep it up for just a minute because I want to say it again, because it's going to be on everything we do moving forward. We are a body of faith believers committed to the cause of Christ, engaging in the transformation of lives, community, and culture through worship, witness, and word, resulting in discipleship that is personal, powerful, purposeful, and portable. Now, Pastor, the Lord gave that to me, and that is such an amazing statement that we are a church. And Bethel, I need you all to get that in your spirit. Don't worry, we're going to recite it, we're going to learn it, we're going to speak it, we're going to put it on everything, but that we want to impact our community and our culture. We now want to be a church without walls. That's who we want to be. A church without walls that impacts our community, the African American community, the community at large, but also impacts culture. And we want to do it as disciples. Your discipleship is personal. Somebody may say, what does it mean by portable? That we want to grow you as disciples so that you're not a disciple in the sanctuary, because technically discipleship doesn't happen in the sanctuary. But we want you to be a disciple on your job, in your home, in your friendship circles. And this new vision statement, Pastor, I think is absolutely amazing.
Well, I love it. I think we need to have something that we all can say together to be unified with a vision statement that we feel can go out. We can take it out. We know what we're doing. There's no gray area. Everybody's on the same page. And it's so simple, Bishop. It's nothing hard, nothing difficult that we all can say and hang our hat on, get it in our spirits so we can, I like portable and powerful, and so we can take this word out and we can really be the disciples that God has called us to be.
I'm so excited about it. And so beloved, don't worry. If you didn't get it all tonight, it's going to be on everything we do.
Bishop, they probably screenshotted it.
Somebody probably did.
Yes,
somebody did a screenshot of it. Ministry leaders, because I know you all are watching, I need you to get it into the system of everybody in your ministry, because this is what it means, as Pastor Shirt says, being Bethel. That is what it means. Wait a minute. The vision statement is on the, I feel so bad. The vision statement is on the shirt, y'all. I missed it. So everybody needs to get these Being Bethel shirts, because the vision statement we just read is, how did I miss that? Is on that shirt. Is on that shirt.
I'm wearing my vision statement.
Yes. So Pastor Kim, Pastor, tell us, we've also broken our ministries down into categories. And don't worry, you're going to learn all of these as well. So Pastor, tell us about that.
Well, of course, a lot of people say, the church is so big. You all have so many ministries. How will I know where I fit in, who is what, and what they do? So yes, we have broken our church down, or our ministries, into 5 categories. 5. They're witnessing, working, worshiping, walking, and wellness. And we're going to kind of go through those tonight so you will know where you fit in and what kind of ministry you belong to, so you can tell people, oh, I'm part of this ministry, or I'm part of this category. And so we're going to go through those tonight, and they're going to be on the screen.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, yeah. They're going to be on the screen. So
I think as you called them out, they're going to put them on.
Okay, so the witnessing category, here we go, witnessing ministry. So this is about fellowship and outreach. Fellowship and outreach. So you have your kingdom care, military affairs, deaf ministry, and congregational care. So when you're a part of that, you can say, hey, I'm part of the witnessing ministries. These ministries go all over the city. Well, of course, now we have our e-church, so they're everywhere now, but they outreach, they connect with those in the community, and they minister to those in need. And so we want you all to know where these ministries, if you're part of Kingdom Care, you're part of the witnessing ministry category. The next is working ministries, leadership and service focus. These ministries are about leadership and service focus. So as you see there, you have your deacons, your trustees, your gifted hands. History and archives, our BEAM ministry, our security, BMIT, which we, of course, is on hold right now because we're not in service, and so we are restructuring the BMIT, which is Bethel's Ministers in Training. So we're restructuring that. And then our culinary ministry. So those are our working ministry, leadership and service focused. Next, you have our worshiping ministry. So this is creativity and in-service focus. So you have your worship and arts, your marketing and creative design, intercessor, and ushers ministry. So these are the creative ministries, in-service focus. So I know you all are saying, oh, I'm into worshiping. So I hope you all, since we're doing this, have been able to identify which ministry you are in. Or if you have not been, you can choose one, since we're going through this right now. This is a perfect time to choose a ministry that you want to be connected with. The next ministry is walking. Our walking ministries, these are our lifespan and Christian development ministries. So you have the Fight Club, the Men's Fight Club, Women of Purpose, Pathway Young Adults, One Way Youth, Oasis Children and Preteens, Teenagers. These are 65 and up, if you all are wondering what teenagers are. Teenagers ministry. Covenant Keepers, which is our marriage ministry.
That we're getting back to.
Best Academy, and then AIM, New Disciple Ministry. So all of these walking ministries are our lifespan ministries, and they're about Christian development. Our last ministry area is wellness. Of course, health and your well-being focus. So we're strengthening our inner man as well as our outer frame. So you have grief life support, healing and addiction recovery, fitness, healthy Bethel, and our bowling league. So I hope you all have, now you're saying, oh, this is good, this is easy. Yes, witnessing, working, worshiping, walking, and wellness ministries. We have categorized the ministries for you so you'll know what their function is, what they do in our church, and then what you can be a part of, how you feel your gifts can be used in these ministries.
And one of the things that we're going to do is put this in some kind of form, pamphlet form, so that everybody, but I loved watching, as you were talking, there were people commenting which ones they are in. A new member, I think her name was Janice. Let me go back. Yes, Janice Gober. Janice, I hope I said your name right, who said, I love this being a new being a new member. And so we want you to know which category so that when you go out and talk about your church, you can talk about the 5-fold ministry categories that we have: witnessing, working, worshiping, walking, and wellness. And so it's just awesome how we are structuring things now for discipleship. That's our focus. Speaking of discipleship, I've got some numbers. God bless, listen, in a pandemic in 2021, we took in 236 new members in the middle of a pandemic. Did y'all hear that? 236 members. I want to shout out Elder Deirdre, who for years and for the bulk of last year really led our new members ministry. We changed that in September. The Lord laid on our heart the Beemans, Dolores and Daryl Beeman. We met with them, and oh wow, they were so excited. We gave them the baton, and when I tell you they ran their leg in world record time. They came up with a new name for our discipleship ministry called AIM. And AIM, I always get this wrong. AIM means acclamation, information, and motivation. I got it. Acclamation, information, and motivation. And they have done such a fun. I think 80 some have joined since they took over our new discipleship ministry. That's what we're calling it now, new discipleship. We've got a few commercials tonight we're going to show you of a few of our ministries. Several ministry leaders did commercials, but we weren't able to get all of them edited. Man, both Demi and CJ got COVID and got sick, and we weren't able to get all of them. But once they're edited, we're going to put all of them on social media. But the first one we want you to see tonight, because you might want to join, is the AIM ministry. Check this video out.
Hello, we're your AIM discipleship coaches.
We are equipped to acclimate you,
To inform you,
to motivate you,
to cover you,
to celebrate you,
and to connect you to your new church home.
Aim high and welcome home.
It's on you.
Listen, I'm excited about our AIM ministry, Bishop. I just want to, you get someone to walk with you. We don't just say welcome to Bethel and send you on your way. You get someone to walk with you, and especially since we're in the pandemic, we need a little comforting. We need a hand-holding experience, and so that's what they give you. So I'm so thankful to Daryl and Dolores Beeman for their leadership in our AIM ministry. Listen, this has been so amazing, this prevailing prayer night that we've started. Bishop, your vision for that, you know, prayer is so powerful. The effectual, fervent prayer of the righteous does avail much. And so these prevailing prayer nights every month have been so powerful because we've been able to pray for so many different areas. We've been able to pray at so many different levels and in so many different places, not just here in the sanctuary, but we've taken it to the hospitals. We've taken them to different venues. And so as you see this video here of our prevailing prayer night, it has been so powerful, Bishop.
And I want people to know we missed January, but we are coming back this month. Pastor Z will be calling you.
Oh, she's already ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pastor Z is already
ready. She's on it.
Last Monday of this month.
Yes,
and we really want more and more of our members to join us in the power of the church is prayer. And I'm telling you, with the things the Lord is calling us to do this year, prayer will be the fuel that pushes us into the manifestation of everything God has given us to do. And so those prevailing prayer nights have been amazing. But you know, as a kind of segue, talking about Pastor Z leading our intercessory. If you love to pray, I know Pastor Z would love to have you a part of our intercessory prayer ministry. Check this video out about our intercessory prayer ministry.
Intercessors are trained and taught to pray the heart, the mind, and the will of God, our Heavenly Father. Our mission in prayer is to release the Word of God. In prayer, we stand in the gap, praying for all people at all times, especially the household of faith called Bethel.
You are welcome to join us on our 24/7 prayer line, where we can come in agreement with you, Pastor Zella Richardson, who's over our intercessory ministry, as well as myself, Elder Dolly Philistine. There are other focus times that we would love to have you as a part of the intercessory prayer ministry. It's Monday through Friday at 7:14 a.m. These are focused prayers for the week to start your day. And last but not least, we have once a month, last Monday of every month, prevailing prayer that you can focus in via Zoom, Facebook, or any of your social media accesses. Whether you are Generation Z, Millennium, or Baby Boomers, we would love to have you as a part of participating with us in this awesome intercessory prayer ministry.
Listen, prayer has no time or place. It transcends. It's always in order. And we are helping you to fortify your prayer life. And that's what this is all about. And so that intercessory ministry, they are on it. They're always in prayer. Our prayer line is always open. They always have someone to answer. And so we're so grateful to have a strong and powerful intercessory prayer ministry. Bishop, we thank you for your leadership in that and allowing us to pray.
I mean, it's just incredible, and people I didn't even know, had that kind of. I've seen them praying.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Right. I mean, it's just an incredible ministry. If you know you have an anointing to pray, because intercession is something all of us are called to do, but there is an anointing to be a corporate intercessor. And if you feel you have that anointing on you, or you want to be trained in what it means to be an intercessor, then we want you to be a part of the intercessory prayer ministry. And very soon we're going to talk about key words and how you can join various ministries. You'll be seeing that soon and very soon. Now listen, if you're just signing on, I need you to hit the share button tonight. Our numbers are almost double what they normally are on Wednesday, so I'm pleased, at least on Facebook. But I need you, as you've signed on, to hit that share button again so that everybody can hear exactly what we're doing. Pastor, our outreach has been amazing.
Oh my goodness, Bishop, in a pandemic, and we have to keep saying in a pandemic because we were shut in, and some things, jobs were lost, restaurants closed down, some churches closed down, but we were able to still be a blessing in this pandemic. And man, we had a great outreach year. And so with our feedings, as you see there on the video, our feedings for November, for Thanksgiving, our Friendsgiving, as we called it, feeding, our bus of blessings, oh my goodness, that was so powerful, because what happened was we had a young lady who had a grant that had all these clothes that she wanted to give away to students and some of the staff at 14 different schools. And so our feedings there, we once again, everybody came together. The ministries got their ministry members to come out and volunteer for our feedings last year. We did Easter last year, and then we did Thanksgiving, our Friendsgiving giveaway. So that was such amazing. We fed, actually, Thanksgiving, we fed a little over 600 families, including our seniors, our culinary ministry. They fed 300 seniors this past Thanksgiving. I think that's amazing. And because of your giving, we were able to do that. But the bus of blessings, oh my goodness, this came to us. We were so grateful for Jennifer reaching out to us, and Tan, they got together, and we were able to go around with the Bethel bus to 14 different schools between elementary, middle, and high school. We blessed 10 students at each school and 5 staff members, including the custodial staff. So we were so thankful to be a part of that drive there. And then the coat drive, our Fight Club and our Angel Tree Ministry, we did a coat drive, giving coats to children for the winter. You know what? In Florida, I didn't expect to be wearing boots and coats and hats and carrying on, because I thought it was going to be warm. But it does get chilly here, and we don't want the kids outside in the cold. So the Angel Tree blessing that we did, the COVID testing and vaccinations, that was so amazing. We tested and we vaccinated people from the community. This is what we're trying to do, and this is what ministry is all about, getting everybody vaccinated, making sure everybody can get to a COVID testing site if they need it. And that's what we did. If you see there, we had our armed forces there to assist us. Man, it was a powerful year of outreach. You should be proud to be part of a church that cares about the community, that reaches out, and we embrace the community and do these things with a spirit of excellence. Everybody came out and they were ready to help. And Bishop, we thank you for your leadership.
You know, in total, we fed over 1,500 families last year.
My God.
I got the statistics.
You got to shout out.
Oh, hear that again. You're right.
I was waiting on that. Okay.
You're right. We fed over, listen, I'm going to put it a different way. Your giving allowed us to feed over 1,500 families in 2021. That is, I need us to really think about that it was because you practiced faithful stewardship. We were able to feed over 1,500 families in the year. And the COVID testing is still going on.
We have a COVID testing site Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays now from 10 to 4. We are testing rapid and PCR. So if you want the rapid, of course, you sit for 15 minutes, you get your results. And the PCR within 24 to 48 hours. So we want you to know, Monday, I've had some people to call me and tell me, I just went through your COVID testing site at your church. So I'm so excited that the word is getting around, is catching on. We need you all to tag somebody and text somebody and tell somebody that our COVID site is up and running. We want to shout out our community healthcare systems, Victoria, for bringing that to us, and for coming here, training our people, and for leaving us with this amazing, amazing blessing here in the community. Some sites are closing down, but listen, we are here if you need us. And some people will need us because people are gathering. Everybody's still not wearing their mask. And so we want to make sure that you are safe and that you're getting the testing that you need.
So our daughter just texted me to correct me. with the emoji like this. Demi did not have COVID. I'm sorry, Demi. I don't want, let me curse what I spoke in the atmosphere. The devil is a liar.
We don't want to speak that over you.
Yeah, the devil.
So we're retracting that.
We retract that in the Holy Ghost. So, but you know, this speaks to our vision, our new vision statement, impacting community and culture. And I need you to really understand that right now, that we are impacting the community. We are impacting the culture. 1,500 families that were in whatever condition as a result of this pandemic. And we were able to do this in the pandemic because you have been faithful in your giving. See, this is what giving is all about. Yes, giving is about bills. Yes, we have bills as a church. We have light bills. We have staff. We have insurance. Yes, there are bills to pay. But we want you to know tonight that your giving is not just about bills. Your giving, first and foremost, is about ministry. And the evidence are the things that we have been able to do. Pastor, I think you got something else.
We're excited. Yes, our Women of Purpose. Now, every woman 19 and up is automatically a part of Women of Purpose.
Say that again so they'll get that.
Every woman, every lady, every female 19 and up, automatically a part. There's no hazing period. There is no anything like that. You're automatically a part of Women of Purpose. We meet every first Saturday right now through Zoom at 10 a.m. talking about different issues, sharing, praying, doing all kind of things. But we're gathering, we're connecting still. We're thankful for these mediums, Bishop, there. We're able to still meet. We're able to still gather. And I know some of you all may be zoomed out, but thank God for Zoom. Thank God for Facebook. Thank God for all these platforms that continue to allow us to connect with our ministries to continue the work of the kingdom. That's what it's all about. And so this Women of Purpose video that we're going to bring to you shares a little bit about who we are. Take a look. The Women of Purpose Ladies Ministry is dedicated to growing the women of the Bethel Church in the areas of wholesome, wellness, and womanhood. The goal is to introduce to some and reiterate to others the need for these areas to aid, serve, grow, and lead in the kingdom. The ladies of Women of Purpose are dedicated to fostering healthy relationships between women in the ministry, providing a secure and networking environment where trust can grow and deliverance can take place. We are the leading ministry at the Bethel Church.
You know, Pastor, you give such amazing leadership to Women of Purpose. I mean, it's just growing and growing and growing. And as you said, every woman is a part of it. And conversely, the Fight Club. Every man, if you are a man in this church, I need you to know tonight, you are automatically a part of the fight. So here's what that means, Pastor. Every disciple, and I need you to switch language. We want you to stop saying you're a member. You're a disciple. Every disciple of Bethel is in at least one ministry. Every disciple.
Even though you didn't choose it. So I'm glad you're saying that, Bishop. Yes.
If you're a woman, you're in Women of Purpose. If you're a man, you are in the Fight Club. The same time, all of our men, the same time the women meet for Women of Purpose, the men meet with Elder Kendall for the Fight Club, and he's doing an amazing job. And so we shout out, man, the people are so excited.
Hey, Bishop, while we're on Women of Purpose, some of the women say, my husband's in the other room.
Isn't
on
that
the fight.
incredible?
I love it because they are in ministry at the same time. Even though they're in the same house, they're in one is in one room and one is in the other. So I'm thankful that once again, these mediums are here to help us continue ministry, help us to connect. And I always tell my ladies, listen, we're on Zoom, everybody needs to be on camera so we can see your face. ways. But I'm glad Bishop mentioned that everyone is at least part of one ministry. So you are if you're in the Fight Club or Women of Purpose, you are in the walking category. You are in the walking ministry. So now you can tell people, hey, I am part of a ministry. I'm in the walking ministry, Women of Purpose, or the Fight Club.
So listen, so often people don't like to talk about giving. It is almost like a taboo when it comes to the church. I want to talk to you all for a few minutes about our giving. That is a part of the Word of God. Giving is something that was introduced in the book of Genesis when it comes to tithing, when it comes to stewardship. The one thing that we practice here, and you know it because I make sure I say it over and over again, we don't give to pay bills, we give to be a blessing. We don't give to meet a budget, we give to be a blessing. Last year we had an honor Sunday. I set a goal for $500,000 and we raised close to $300,000. First time we've ever done anything like that. I'll take it because it was the beginning of something special. Your giving is so important. I want you to watch a video. Before they show it, there is a company that's one of our giving platforms, Givelify. Givelify was so blown away by one of the ministry events and opportunities that we do here that they flew in with a team, brought a production team from California and put together this video that I want you to watch. Check this out.
God gives dreams that can always happen. I'm Bishop Rudolph McKissick Jr. I am the lead pastor here at the Bethel Church. Bethel is the oldest existing Baptist church in the state of Florida. So after the Civil War, all of the white slave masters took all the freed slaves to court because they said to the judge, listen, slavery is over. They are no longer our property. We don't want them in our church. And it's ironic, the judge saw that by number there were more freed slaves than slave masters. So the judge awarded the church to the freed slaves. This is a church that has been authorized for vocational training because back then there was nowhere that blacks could really go. Bethel has always been an educational institution. In every era of this church, the bedrock has been something dealing with education, which makes our Scholathon so powerful.
When you get a certain age, the grants aren't there. There's no money. My mom's an immigrant. I didn't have a college fund. So I had to put school on hold. And so I started taking one class at a time, because that's all I could afford.
So for this year's Scholathon, we were able to award 82 persons, undergrad and graduate level, with a $1,200 scholarship. Shamara has overcome a lot in her life. After going through what she's gone through, especially medically, she's had 2 brain surgeries. A lot of people would have given up after that because that's already a burden.
You have to apply. And so this scholarship, when Bethel offered it, it didn't have an age limit. It's a huge boost to I can do this, I'm gonna finish, people believe in me.
She said, I can do it no matter what and be a testimony to other people. Shamara is going to be a game changer.
It really, really impacted my life. It helped me live. Didn't only help me for school. It helped me live so I can go to school. This degree has also changed my life financially. It has changed my son's life trajectory because they can see, mommy did it. So there's no excuse. I am a Black woman, I'm a Latina woman, and I am a teacher, and I love what I do. My passion is teaching special needs, and so I just love to prove people wrong. You can give me your worst, I will make them your best.
We didn't want no to be on anybody's agenda to go back to school or to go to school. And so the Scholathon became our answer to the no.
That Givelify was so impressed by what we're doing here that they flew in and put this together about one of the recipients. And last year, we gave out how many scholarships?
82 scholarships. In a pandemic, we were still able to bless these educational scholars. And so we want to thank you once again for your giving, because if it were not for you, that would not have been possible. And Bishop, I believe that we can continue to do this year.
Yes.
To bless we're going to keep it going. Nothing is going to stop. And this is what we're trying to show the world. The kingdom doesn't stop because of a pandemic. As a matter of fact, we're going higher in this pandemic.
So think about this. Let's think about this. Last year, we fed 1,500 families and gave away 82 scholarships, over $1,000 to everyone. And all of it was because of giving. Don't tell me that when people are faithful to giving, don't tell me what the church can't do, even in a pandemic. I need you to be faithful. We need you to be faithful, because these are the things we were able to do in 2021. 1,500 families we fed, 82 scholars we gave out over $1,000 to.
And Bishop, I know we're talking about 2021. But in 2020, when the pandemic started,
That's right.
we were still
That's right.
feeding and giving. We had
That's
our
right.
scholathon virtually. That was
That's
our
right.
first, and I mean, it blew up. It was amazing, and we still fed. But in 2021, the Lord really showed up because of your giving. We were able to do so much more,
and we're going to do more this year. Now, big announcement. Big announcement.
Woo-hoo. Do I need a drum roll?
Everybody's been wondering, Lord, what are we going to do about church? We're at a point where here's the reality. I think we now have to face that this virus is something we're going to have to learn to live with, unless the church just gets in supernatural prayer, because God can do anything. But now, unfortunately, the virus has been weaponized for politics, not just by the governor here, but by Republicans and Democrats, if we just want to be perfectly honest. And so at some point, the church has to say, listen, we can't just continue as we are. We miss you. The first Sunday in March, we will begin our return to worship. I said it. Did y'all hear what I said? The first Sunday in March, we will return to worship. Now, we are going to be smart about how we do this. We're going to, the staff, we met this week with staff and staff meeting. We're going to slow walk our way, but I want to give you some benchmarks along the way for the year. The month of March, we will start with 500 worshipers that register. I didn't say 500 vaccinated. I said 500 worshipers that register. But there will be protocols. You will have to wear a mask, vaccinated or not. You will have to sanitize your hands the minute you walk in. We will have entrances that are specific and exits. There will be 6 feet social distancing, and we will use upstairs and downstairs equally for spreading out of persons. We are doing, for the month of March, adults only. Adults only for the month of March. Now, when I say adults, I'm really talking about, I guess teenagers and up is what we would call adults, or it's 15 and up, something like that, all right? That's March. March, hear what I said again, masks will be required. It will be required. Social distance. You're not going to be able to do what a time, what a fellowship, leaning on the everlasting arms. We won't be able to do that. If we're going to slow walk this, and if we're going to do it right to keep everyone safe, then I'm going to need everybody to follow our protocols. So if you don't have a mask, we will give you one when you get here. If you get in here and take your mask off, there will be volunteers stationed in every section to ask you politely to put it back on. If you refuse to put it back on, we will politely ask you to leave. We've got to be smart, all right? March, that's March 500. The first 500 to register, period, you will be in March in our worship. April, we will go to 500 or 750 worshipers, adults and children 5 and older. I think that's the age of vaccination. I ain't telling y'all, but you read between the lines, all right? So April, we will go to 750 worshipers, inclusive of children 5 and up. Now, no, that does not mean Oasis is opening back up. Pastor Barry is going to be planning that, because we will be planning by the fall to begin to slow walk Oasis and One Way back on Sundays as well. But it will be a slow walk back, like they're going to mirror what we are doing. April is Easter. The Easter's in April. So 750 worshipers in April, and that will also include children 5. Kimberly Dennis says she loves the plan, and she ought to know because she's a principal. So 5 and up will be in, and once again, that's the age of vaccination. I'm not saying anything, but y'all know what I'm saying. Baptism in the month of May. 750 will still be our number in the month of May, but we are going to plan a baptism for the month of May. We're finding out all the safety protocols, how to do it, and the like. In June, I'm amazed. I'm the only one on the staff that ever heard of this, and my dad will back me, because when I was a little boy, we used to celebrate Children's Day. Nobody on the staff believed that it was such a thing. I had to Google it to prove it to them. It's the second Sunday in June. Tan, who grew up in this church, that must have been in her hell days when she was a child, because she don't remember children.
That is awful.
She don't remember Children's Day. The second Sunday in June, we are going to do a baby dedication. The second Sunday in June, we will do a baby dedication. And so from there, we will massage and we will work our way back up. So that's a big announcement. Now, don't y'all go anywhere. Everybody that just signed on, I need y'all to stay, because I have another huge announcement, and we really only have about 10 more minutes or so, and we'll be done. You just signed on. There is another huge announcement I am going to be making. So I need you to stay. And the comments of everybody.
Bishop, you see somebody say they remember Children's Day when they were growing up.
Thank you, Heather.
What?
Or as my father would say, Heather, thank you for remembering that. So, Angela, you remember too. Now, Tan talking about don't do that. Tan, people younger than you remember. What is the problem going on?
Sante says she remembers.
Sante remembers. See that?
I don't know.
We used to celebrate Children's Day, and we're going to do it again. We're going to celebrate our children the second Sunday in June. So March, prepare to come back 500, and we will practice all of our protocols, our safeties, and the like. And then April, we're going to include children 5 and up, and we will do 750 people. I'm excited to see you all. I'm so excited to see you. I don't know what to do. Listen. There are 2 more big announcements, so everybody that just signed on, stay here. Text somebody real quick. Tag and text and share again. But I'm telling you, I've got 2 other big announcements that I'm about to make, and I need y'all to be a part of this. Several years ago, we had an intern here by the name of Janice Williams. Janice came in. She was a student at Wake Forest. She is now a PhD student at Vanderbilt University, PhD in I don't know if it's theology or homiletics. I think it's in homiletics. No, because theology would be a THD. She's doing her PhD in homiletics. And she brought to Pastor and I this incredible idea that was a network that she had become a part of with some other African-American sisters working on their PhD, and how they network together and converse. And the Lord put it on her heart, why in the world can't the church do this? And there was only one church she wanted to do this with, and it was this church. We are about to introduce what is a virtual campus for our ministries and disciples that is going to be second to none. I want you to check this video out real quick. Stay on, because I got these announcements. Check this out. Listen, we are so excited to introduce to you the Bethel Members Network. Did I get it right? The Bethel Network. This network is going to be absolutely amazing. Let's go back to this camera because I need Pastor with me on this one to help me. This network is, and we've already had a training for most of our ministry leaders, and they have started playing with it. But this network is going to allow you to be a part of a virtual campus. It does so many things, and don't worry, we're going to put a tutorial on our social media sites, on our website. Every ministry leader is going to be deputized to introduce it to their ministry and to the persons in their ministry. See, that's why you need to join a ministry. But it will be a hub, Pastor. It is basically social media and website on steroids is what it is.
And you're exactly right. This Bethel Ministry Network will bring everyone together in one space. It's almost like you're coming into your virtual church to go to your ministry meeting or go to an event. And so you don't have to be on Facebook. You don't have to have a Facebook page to be on this network. We have our own network. Aren't you all excited about that?
Amazing.
The Bethel Ministry Network. And so once again, you're coming into a space where you can chat with other disciples. You're coming into a space where you can go to your ministry meeting. It's going to have a fellowship hall. You can come and fellowship with other disciples, and then you can go to your ministry meeting. But you will have to be invited by your ministry leader.
Yes, yes. And it's a space where ministries can do ministry classes. There's a space in there for videos where you don't now ministry meetings won't have to come all the way downtown to the church, but they can meet in the Bethel Network. And videos can be put in the Bethel Network. Training classes. Let's say you want to be an usher, or we're looking at new deacons, or as we now recalibrate ministers in training. Now all of these things can happen in the Bethel Network at the push of a button. You'll be able to see all of our events. You know, algorithms on social media. You're like, I know that. Algorithms on social media will sometimes cause you to miss certain announcements that we make. And so we may put something in social media, but because of the algorithm of your page, because of what else you view or scroll, you might miss it. On the Bethel Network, you don't have to do that because every announcement is on there. All videos will be on there. You don't have to wonder or worry or try to go over to the Bethel Facebook page, or if you're not on Facebook, worry about how you get announcements. All of that will be in the Bethel Network, and it has an app. You will be able to download the app. Don't worry, in the weeks to come, we're going to tell you more and more about that. To download the app, you can set up notifications. Every time an announcement comes out, you'll get notified. You go to the app, you'll see the announcement. Every time a teaching is done, if I have notes from a sermon, all of that will be in there. The ministries can gather and chat and do all type. I mean, I'm so excited.
It's a game changer, Bishop. I tell you, it's a game changer. Once again, we are contained in this Bethel Ministry Network. Just our church, the Bethel Church. We're just being Bethel. Y'all see all the stuff that we're talking about? We're just being Bethel. This is what we do. And so the Bethel Ministry Network will allow you to be engaged in a ministry without having to get on Facebook. I just saw somebody say, oh, good. Now my husband doesn't have to get a Facebook page. And so you don't have to, because I know a lot of people who don't want to get those things. And so you don't have to get a Facebook page to be on here. It's its own separate network. Thus, the Bethel Ministry Network. And so this is going to be great. Your coursework, your events, your meetings, your fellowship hall. Now, that's really going to be exciting because you can come and chat with other disciples and get to know your discipleship team that you don't see or you can't get to. So it's going to be a great teaching tool. It's going to be a great user tool. And I mean, it's user friendly too. So it's not a whole lot. We will do a tutorial like Bishop said, but it doesn't take a whole lot. Everybody will be able to work this network.
And this is the opportunity, Pastor, for everyone that's now an e-member. If they don't live in Jacksonville.
That's right.
Now.
To connect.
Yes. Everybody now. You can connect to a ministry. You don't live in Jacksonville? It's okay. Every ministry is going to be on the Bethel network where you can fellowship and get to know other disciples of Bethel. So all of our e-members, this will become the way you connect to Bethel, get involved in Bethel, and do things as a part. And so I want to shout Janice out. And listen, Janice and Jocelyn built this network from the ground up. I need every member to hear what I'm saying to you. Janice and Jocelyn, I want to shout Janice out for loving us enough that she brought it to us.
Well, you know, Janice thinks she's a part of us.
Oh, she will tell you in a minute she's a part.
She's a part of us.
And she and Jocelyn literally built this network from the ground up. Several of our ministry leaders, Janice flew in and did an all-day training one Saturday with our ministry leaders so that they would know. Best Academy is going to be on the Bethel network, and Melody and Glory got so excited about the possibilities that can happen with ACT and SAT training and everything else right on the Bethel network.
Because you know that's going to virtual anyway. There's no more going to a site to take your testing. So this is right on time.
Yes. So we want you to be excited and be ready for more news about it in the days to come. Now here's the last announcement. I need you to hit somebody, because this is the most important announcement of the night. I need you to call somebody. I mean, call them real quick and say, hey, get on. The numbers have almost tripled from on Wednesday night, so I'm excited.
Before you do that, I want to go back and mention, and I'm glad someone put it in the chat, you will be able to register for worship the Sunday prior to.
Yes.
So
the last Sunday in this month is when registration will kick off. I want to shout out, I just saw a virtual member, April Freeman. Definitely looking forward to being more involved from Fort Lauderdale. We got you, girl. We got you. So listen, everything we've said tonight evolves and revolves around giving.
Janice is on here. Bethel is my virtual church.
See, everything we've done tonight revolves around stewardship and giving. When the people of God honor God, God honors it by doing great things. What I'm about to share with you is just amazing favor, and God has given us an amazing opportunity. This is the last thing and we'll be done. We are in the throes of this mortgage, and God has presented us an opportunity. One of our investors, our mortgage is broken into two entities. One of our investors is trying to get us in a better position. In these days and times, it's hard to refinance in a pandemic and with a large loan. Let me tell you what this investor, and I need you to hear me, Bethel, because when I shared this with another pastor, that pastor said to me, God has given you, that's supernatural favor. This vendor has said, if you won't do a capital campaign, I will match what you raise to almost double down the mortgage and put you in a position that any bank in the country would refinance your loan. Have you ever heard of an investor who's one of your loan companies saying something like that? It is only because of the faithfulness of your giving, because during the pandemic, we never missed a payment. Never, because you've been faithful. And so when they shared that, the Lord began working with me and working with me and working with me and working with me. And the things you've seen tonight, your giving ought to go up anyway. Tithes ought to go out the window, and offering ought to go out the window Sunday because of what you've seen. But this is something the Lord gave me. You know, I'm in the I Dare You series, and it's going to go on all year, we're going to do what I'm calling the I Dare You Giving Campaign. And the Lord has given me something absolutely amazing, and I'm stepping out in faith. We're going to do 3 honor giving Sundays this year. The first one will be Easter Sunday, April the 17th. The next one will be the first Sunday in August. The last one will be the last Sunday in November. Hear what I'm about to tell you right now. It is, as you see on the screen, not equal gifts, but always equal sacrifice. We are going to honor God on those 3 Sundays. And here's what I want. 2,000 of the disciples who will commit on those honor Sundays to sow a $350 seed. That's all, Bishop? Yes. 3 times this year. 2,000 of you sowing $350. April and I calculated that out today. That's less than $45 a week if you save from now until that first one. I'm asking 1,000 of you on those honor Sundays to sow a seed of $500. That's so easy to do. 3 giving Sundays. The Lord gave me this. 3 giving. I dare you to join us in this. Look at it, and while it's on the screen, those are the 3 days. So I'm not asking you to make a commitment and you're going to spread it out over Sundays, because we have learned, and I have read, I've been studying this, y'all, for the last 2 months. And I have discovered that when you spread that out, people rob Peter to pay Paul. They take away from their regular giving to do that. And the Lord said to me, if you're really going to trust me, why just trust me for the matching fund, but trust me for the exceeding abundance? And hear me tonight, you all. If we do this, 2,000 of you, we've got over 9,000 active members. If 2,000 of you will give on each of those Sundays $350, $350 on Easter, $350 in August, $350 in November, and 1,000 of you will commit to $500 Easter, $500 August, $500 November, I need you to see what we will be able to do. The glory goal is 1.5 million. The hallelujah goal is 2.5 million. But if everybody makes this commitment to do this, we can raise $3.6 million by the end of this year. Everybody ought to be shouting, because this is an easy and attainable goal. I'm not asking you for big, but I'm asking you for sacrifice. I'm not asking you for big, but I'm asking you for the commitment. On 3 honor Sundays, we're going to build it, we're going to talk about it, and 2,000 of you make the commitment that I'm going to be in the $350 category on each of those Sundays. 1,000 of you make the commitment that I'm going to be in that $500 category each of those. And I believe there are people who are going to do absolutely more than that. I honestly believe that there are people who will do even over and above. We have an opportunity. If we raise $3.6 million, I need you to hear what I'm about to tell you. God showed this to me, gave this to me, and I'm stepping out in the craziest faith I've ever stepped out on in my life. I know right now some people are saying, that's crazy. They can't do that. And the Lord said to me, go with the goers, not with the knowers. I know they can't do it. I know he's crazy. I'm not going with the knowers, because the knowers will never go, but I'm going with the goers. I want you to be a goer with me. $3.6 million, y'all, by the end of this year, we can upgrade everything. We can completely renovate the historic sanctuary and match from an investor, my God, and do things for future generations. God gave me this. I know he did. And I've been excited since yesterday when the Lord finally spoke to me. This is how you lay this out. Put it back up for me one last time, because I need everybody excited. It's the I Dare You Giving Campaign. 2,000 of you on Easter, August, and November sow a $350 seed. Listen, that's saving $40-some a week. And then 1,000 of you on Easter, first Sunday in August, first Sunday in November, sowing $500 on those 3 Sundays. On those 3 Sundays, but being consistent in your giving for the rest of, for those 3 Sundays, we can raise $3.6 million. My Lord. And I'm telling you, God gave it to me. I heard God, and I'm going with the goers. I just want to know, are you going to go with me to do great things? We do this, we set Bethel up for future generations. We have an opportunity to set this church up beyond my ministry by putting away and doing things that keeps Bethel on the cutting edge of kingdom ministry. So we're going with the goers. The first honor Sunday is Resurrection Sunday, and we're going to talk about it as we approach it. It's an easy goal. Pastor, this has been an amazing night, hasn't it?
I am so encouraged and thankful to be part of a ministry that's on the move. We're doing things. We're not just sitting around. We're not complaining. We're not talking about what can't be done. We are making things happen. And so with the help of the Lord, with the help of our visionary, our innovator, our creator, Bishop Rudolph McKissick Jr., thank you for leading your people. Thank you for standing in the gap for us. Thank you for believing when some of us did not. Thank you for standing anyhow. We're so grateful that to have a leader that won't crouch when time gets bad, but he's going to stand on the word and on his conviction, and he doesn't play about that. And so I just want you all to give a clap in the comments, give some hearts in the comments for our leader, Bishop Rudolph McKissick Jr. He's the best to ever do it, man. He has kept us going in this pandemic, preaching to empty pews. Every time we leave, his heart kind of sinks because there's nobody in here, but you would never know it because he gives his all, 110%. Every time he stands, sick or well, good or bad, he's always here to do what the Lord assigned him to do. And so he takes his ministry seriously. So we want to thank you, Bishop. We love you. We're so honored to have you as our leader. None of this would be possible without your help. And so we're thankful. We're going to give, hey, this campaign, everybody's in the comments saying we're going to do it. We are going to do it. If you don't have it to give, he's not talking to you. But I believe that if you pray for it, God will put it on your heart to give it. And so we're going to do this together. Eyes have not seen nor ears heard what the Lord is going to do in the life of the Bethel Church.
Now, y'all know she is a little prejudiced, you know, with all these accolades.
We all are, because they're agreeing with me.
But listen, we can't thank me without thanking you. You know, you have been my partner in life for now going on 32 years, but my partner in marriage next month, 30 years, and now you're my partner in ministry, and you are an innovator. You know, I watched you this morning on Coaching to Connect, you know, about when we, let me get it right, when we shift our thoughts, it'll shape our talk. See, I was listening this morning, and you have been such a blessing and encouragement to me during these times, you know, and a blessing to the ministry. You don't just bless our house, you bless God's house. And I can't be thanked without thanking you, because I am who I am because you are who you are, and because God has brought us together.
Don't y'all just love, I guess I'll keep them.
See, hey, and I am who I am because of the greatest leader the kingdom has ever seen, and Bishop Rudolph Waldo McKissick Sr., the greatest leader, bar none. I'm going to put Dr. Paul Nichols at 1A. She'll flip him and put Bishop at 1A, but that's the way it's supposed to be. But the greatest leader, he's been an innovator. I saw innovation all my life.
And still.
And yes, and so my creativity is genetic. It's hereditary. I inherited it because he's always been an innovator and a creator. We're going with the goers.
Going with the goers.
We need you to be a goer. We need you to be excited about what we did and about what we're about to do as a part of the Bethel Church. Hey, we love you. Pray for us this weekend as we bury our beloved. And then Sunday morning, I dare you, part 8. This one is going to be amazing. Love you.
Love
Peace.
you.